You're trying to save me, stop holding your breath. And you think I'm crazy, yeah, you think I'm crazy.
Hi my angels, it's Haley Reese, and for today's video we are going to be doing kind of like a challenge together, if you will. I don't know. We're going to be reading 2-sentence horror stories and basically seeing which ones can scare us, if they can. Let's see. Before I get into today's video though, I just very quickly want to say, if you are new to my channel, hello, my name is Haley. My family on here is the Reese's Pieces. We believe in the unbelievable, so if you too believe in the unbelievable, or you just want to hear about it, all you gotta do is go ahead, click that subscribe button, and join our growing family, because I swear to goodness, you will not regret it. This family is like the coolest in the whole world. I mean, maybe I'm biased, but I don't know. I was on Twitter the other day and one of like those creepy, like spooky accounts had posted like a 2-sentence horror story that actually really freaked me out. And I was like, is this a thing? Do people make or create and post like 2-sentence horror stories and you like see if they scare you? And then as I started to dig into like the wonderful world of the internet, I found so many 2-sentence horror stories and I was like, I'm not gonna read them. I'm gonna set up my equipment, I'm gonna sit my booty down in my room, and I'm going to read it with my Reese's Pieces, and we can kind of do like a challenge and see which ones freak us out. So before we get into these 2-sentence horror stories, I really quickly want to say, let me know in the comments below if any of these scared you, and also create your own 2-sentence horror story. I'm going to pin my favorite out of all of them. I'm going to give it like 24 hours to let you guys think and create and put it in the comments below, and then I'm going to pin my favorite 2-sentence horror stories created by you guys. So without further ado, let's get into these scary stories. So I'm going to just type into Google scariest 2-sentence horror stories, and I'm just gonna read some of the ones that I passed through. I have not read any of these, so you guys will kind of be getting like my first impressions on it as well. And so yeah, let's do it. That sounded so corny. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, the first one. My baby loves to point and stare at me. Then I realized that she's pointing behind me. Ooh. Okay, so that one's actually kind of realistic because kids, babies, kids, animals in general are so receptive to the paranormal and like the other side and anything to do with like that whole supernatural stuff. So if your kid is seeing something or your pet is seeing something or they're acting like they are, chances are they really are, because at the end of the day, like they see things that adult eyes do not see. So that's creepy in that sense, but it didn't get me. You hear your mom calling you into the kitchen. As you are heading down the stairs, you hear a whisper from the closet saying, "Don't go down there, I heard her too." Okay, so this one I've actually heard before, and it used to be like, I don't think it was a 2-sentence horror story, but it was basically where like they said, oh, you're at the top of the stairs. I think this is how it went. You're at the top of the stairs and you hear your mom calling you. But then you see your mom and she's like, don't go down there, like I heard her too. And then it said like, who do you trust? That was pretty freaky. Like when I think about that, it's like, what do you do? Like who do you trust? Like do you start pulling the like, what's my birthday? What's my favorite color? Like, you know, when people have like clones and you have to figure out who's who. I don't know what I would do. That is freaky, but I've heard it before. Okay. I burned the dolls even though my children cried. They did not understand my fear, because they assumed I moved the dolls into their beds each night. Yeah, that's freaky. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys know I've kind of done like a haunted doll series here on my channel. There's another haunted doll that I want to talk about, but it said like that even talking about her or like showing a picture of her can bring on the like thing that's possessing it. So I was like, I don't really feel like scaring my Reese's Pieces. I don't really feel like bringing that negativity. But like her name's Peggy the doll if you want to look into that. But anything to do with dolls, like it just really freaks me out, because I have like a doll, or a bear rather, I've talked about it on my channel, that like would move itself, and now it's in the closet and like I leave it in there. But don't worry, it's a walk-in closet, so it's not so bad. But just the whole concept of a doll moving into my kid's bed at night or my bed at night and I was not putting it there, yeah, that does it for me. That was pretty scary. Okay, next one. My sister says that mommy killed her. Mommy says that I don't have a sister. What the? Could you imagine What? That one is really scary. Like, I don't like that one bit. That one gets me. I don't know why. Please tell me that one got you guys too, because that was creepy as heck. Okay, next. It's dark out too, you guys. Like, the sun literally just went down. Why do I do this to myself? Like, alone in my room. I do it for you guys. That's why. Okay, I woke up to hear knocking on the glass. At first, I thought it was the window until I heard it come from the mirror again. Yeah, that one gets me too because, okay, when I was little, I had such a fear, and for like good reason. Let me know if you guys want to hear this story, but I always had a fear of like mirrors, and like there's a whole story behind it, and it has a lot to do with my haunted house. I just haven't told it because it's actually scary, and I don't really like to scare you guys. I mean, okay, you're probably like, Haley, your whole channel's scary. Like, I don't know. It's just like, it really freaked me out. And like, I always have this fear of like waking up and like something being in my mirror, or like that whole thing where you're in the horror movie and like you look into the mirror. You're in the horror movie. When you watch a horror movie, I hope you're not in a horror movie. When you watch the horror movie and like they look into the mirror and then like something's behind them. I don't like that. I do not like that. Growing up with cats and dogs, I got used to the sounds of scratching at my door while I slept. Now that I live alone, it is much more unsettling. Ooh! Okay, I don't know if you guys know this. So when I was younger, like we used to tell scary stories like at sleepovers. And one of them, I believe it was about like this ghost thing called like click, click, slide. And it was like you would hear it like click, click, slide, and then like eventually it would come into your room. So the whole idea of like nail scratching, I don't like it. I do not like it. Have you guys heard of that? I know that like that was a really big like scary story that my friends and I used to always tell, so. I can't sleep, she whispered, crawling into bed with me. I woke up cold, clutching the dress she was buried in. Oh, that one's kind of like nice, but really weird and creepy. Like, I mean, it's nice that she came to see him. Like, I don't know. That one is kind of freaky. It's crazy how you can get like weird vibes from a 2-sentence horror story, but you can. Okay, next. I know we promised we would stay together forever, but I just wish you could stop whispering things into my ear every night. Oh! That is kind of creepy. That's kind of sad. That one's just like leaves you with like a weird feeling. But at the end of the day, like any time that you sense like a spirit, especially if it's one of like someone that's passed that you know, and you just tell them that like they're scaring you or that they're making you uncomfortable or like anything like that, 99% of the time they're gonna leave because they love you. Like they don't want to scare you. They don't want to make you uncomfortable. Like it's like all you would have to do is really tell her, but I mean, it's still really creepy. Okay. My wife woke me up last night to tell me there was an intruder in our house. She was murdered by an intruder 2 years ago. Yeah, that one's good. That's probably one of the freakiest. Honestly, like, no, that's not the freakiest. The freakiest is like the one about mommy and the sister. But honestly, you guys, it's a really common thing for when somebody's killed in such a traumatic way, in any traumatic way, a lot of the times they get stuck and they keep reliving like that same circumstance. Like when people get into like really bad car accidents or like they're murdered or they're taken like too soon, like even suicide and stuff, sometimes like people feel like their spirits are like trapped repeating what happened. So that is not far-fetched, and I think that's why that one kind of freaks me out. Could you imagine like your wife or your significant other is murdered by somebody and then she wakes you up in the night to tell you that there's an intruder in the house and she was murdered by an intruder? Like, that is so frightening. I don't like that one. Okay, next one. I begin tucking him into bed at night and he tells me, "Daddy, check for monsters under my bed." I look underneath for his amusement and see him, another him, under the bed, staring back at me, quivering and whispering, "Daddy, there's somebody on my bed." I don't like that one. Nope. I do not like that one. What the? Okay. I awoke to the sound of the baby monitor crackling with a voice comforting my firstborn child. As I adjusted to a new position, my arm brushed against my wife, sleeping next to me. at least they were comforting it. Like, that's a common thing. A lot of like maternal ghosts are really attracted to like babies and stuff. So, I mean, at least it was a positive. Okay, last one. We're gonna read one more, you guys, because I feel like these ones have been pretty good and I kind of want to conclude on like good ones. So hopefully this one's good. Okay, last one. My daughter won't stop crying and screaming in the middle of the night. I visit her grave and ask her to stop, but it doesn't help. That was a good one to end on. That one really freaked me out. Like, I don't know why. That one got me. Could you imagine though? Like, that would be so sad. Oh my goodness. What did you guys think of those 2-sentence horror stories? Did they scare you? Have you heard them all before? Was it just something that was like to you? Let me know. Let me know which one scared you, if any of them did. And don't forget to write your own 2-sentence horror story so that I can pin my favorite one and reply to a bunch of you, because I'm interested. I know you guys are creative. I know you have it in you, and I really want to hear what you guys are gonna share. If you guys enjoyed today's video but you are not yet subscribed, please go ahead and click that subscribe button. I post a ton of videos. I don't want you to miss when I upload. And please give this video a big thumbs up. Like I always say, it makes my heart super happy when you do that, and it encourages me to keep on making these videos, so please do that. Remember, my loves, do all things with kindness. And until next time, love you.